Hey, I'm Vince Spot from the Best Movie Show. We just got done seeing Chappie, and we're going to talk about more about Chappie on the couch, live on the Best Movie Show. Also, we're going to talk about Focus, Hot Tub Time Machine, and much more. So stick around.
The show.
Hey, what's up, peeps? My name is Lachlan Monroe. You're watching Vinny and Skip on the Best Damn Movie Show on YouTube.com.
And welcome to the Best Damn Movie Show for March 4th, 2015. I think this is the first show that me and you've done on the couch this year.
No, we did a show a few weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Did we?
Yep.
I thought this is the very first one, no?
No, we did one a couple
You know
weeks
what's
ago.
funny? I haven't seen you in I feel like 2 or 3 weeks, and I can't remember the last thing we did together.
I can't either. It's been that long. I kept missing some of the screenings that me and you had.
Skip has missed all the good screenings we've done. I've seen Focus without Skip. I got reviews this week on Focus, The Loft, Hot Tub Time Machine.
2.
Yeah, two. Can't throw the 2 in there. The second grand the second best Marigo Hotel, and we got one for Chappie tonight. We went to go see Chappie. And if you saw me earlier in the beginning of the show, we just got out of the screening for Chappie. We got reviews. What a fantastic movie Chappie was. We'll get into that more. But what's going on with you, Skip, man? Mr. Skip Meister, I haven't seen you in a while. What have you been up to?
I've just been doing a lot of podcasting on my own and working. I got another job besides doing all this stuff with you and stuff. You know, I host another show called The Profiles After Show.
Every time I talk to you, you always tell me you fall asleep and you don't get to do it.
Yeah, well, what happens is I just get off of my other job, go home, pick up my dinner, and I'm sitting there, and then I want to get into my car and I want to drive down here. Instead, I just lay down.
I hear you. You have any reviews this week for us?
Yeah, I got the best Marigold, second best Marigold Hotel in Chappie, the same as you do. I'm hoping to have some more reviews next week, because I'm going to see some of those movies that you saw that I didn't get a chance to see. Maybe Maps to the Stars next week.
Yep. You know.
But I got a couple movies I want to watch on demand. Serena with Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence.
What's that about?
It's kind of a period piece movie. I'm going to be seeing that. And then I'm also the Manny Pacquiao documentary is on demand. I want to see that, and so I might have a review of that.
Well, I tell you what, I'm working on something big for the Best in Movie Show. Next month, they're doing the exotic car show here. If you want to check that out, go to type in on Google Celebration Car Show. It brings it up. And there's some interesting people that are going to be there that I would like to talk to. Maybe get on the show. Leah Thompson, Claudia Wells, we've had her on the show. Carl Weathers, who's going to actually be in the new Rocky piece that's coming out. You said in the beginning of, you said on Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah, November 25th, Creed comes out, and it's the son of Apollo Creed, and Carl Weathers, we know, played Apollo Creed.
I'd love to talk to him about. I mean, he probably can't tell me a lot of things, but I'd like to talk to him about maybe the premise, maybe get some more details about Creed, the movie coming out in November.
Well, I know it's from Ryan Coogler, and it stars Michael B. Jordan. You know, they worked together on Fruitvale Station.
Did he do anything with the other Rockies?
Yeah, he was in Rocky IV with Rocky as his friend.
The director?
Oh, Ryan Coogler? No. No, I think his first directorial debut was Fruitvale Station, and then now this is Creed. Oh, fantastic movie. Sundance, it won Sundance.
Don't movies like that make you so mad at the end?
Well, I mean, it's real life. That actually happened.
But does it make you mad, some of the things that happen?
People are mean. I mean, there are a lot of mean people out in the world, you know. Sometimes you say mean things, but it doesn't mean you're a mean person. I think we have all said mean things, but it doesn't mean we're mean people. But there are some really mean people. But, and also they are put into situations, sometimes people are, and they don't mean to do what they do, you know. But yeah, Fruitvale Station's a real. But Michael B. Jordan, Ryan Coogler are working together. Creed comes out in November.
You know what? I don't know about Michael B. Jordan, and I can't blame him. But you know, I remember last year talking about on the show, he was involved in the TV show Beverly Hills Cop that never got to see the light of day. They shot the first pilot. And Eddie Murphy was supposed to be, the chief of police. The chief of police now, and it never got released. I always wonder what.
Well, you know, it's the same thing with the Munsters. They film these things. They make a pilot.
Yeah, the Munsters saw the light of day. The first episode, at least.
Yeah, good point. Maybe it's on Google some way down the line.
You know,
we'll see it on Google.
Off the cuff, I got to ask you, what do you think about SNL 40?
Absolutely loved it. Loved that.
You know what kind of shocked me is to see Chevy Chase so freaking old.
Yeah, he really does.
He looked like a skeleton that came out of the closet.
He did look old, and it's sad. You know, some of the pieces that they did, like people like other stars and other actors came out and did little homages to like some of these other people, and it's sad to see so many SNL characters have died over the years.
Yeah, you know what shocked me too? Michael Myers, how much he's aging. Like, I tell you what, the last time I think the last movie that Michael Myers did was either the Guru. Or it was
Guru,
or it was the last Shrek movie.
Maybe another Shrek came out after that.
He's done nothing, and he's in talks about doing another Austin Powers.
I hope so. I love Austin Powers. I want to see it.
See, I didn't like the third one. I think the third one sucked.
No.
But I mean, just all the cast members there. I mean, you know, in the beginning with the monologue with Justin Timberlake and Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, that was fantastic.
And then they brought all them people on. Like, I mean, you know, and then they had Paul McCartney.
That was funny.
You know what?
Paul Simon.
But can you believe how horrible Paul McCartney sounds? He sounds so horrible.
Sometimes the acoustics in that place are good, and sometimes
not even that. Like seriously, after seeing his performance on that show, I would never pay to go see him in concert. I mean, he sounds like he does not know how to sing anymore.
Yeah, his voice though. I think part of the thing with Paul McCartney is he sounded better when he was with the Beatles than he does on his own.
Yeah, because it's just like this. You know, when you have a crowd singing, it sounds better than if me and you sung individually.
Yeah, good point. You're right.
Because if me and you were singing and we had a bunch of people, our lame asses would get drowned out by all the good singers.
Yeah. You make a very good point there.
But no, SNL was you know, that was crazy because it was SNL that night and it was the Oscars. You know.
No, the Oscars and the SNL. SNL was the week before the Oscars.
Are you sure?
Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
It was so. Oh, now you're gonna look it up.
I'm gonna look it up.
We're live on air on the Best Damn Movie Show. You're gonna look something up.
All right, so I looked it up. I know what it was. It was the NBA All-Star Game.
Oh, that's right.
That's what it was.
Which gives two craps
nobody gave a shit about. I mean, everybody says they like watching the All-Star. They bet on the All-Star Game, but all the All-Star Game is them trying to dunk and outdo each other. That's all it was.
No defense.
Exactly, because it was just back and forth. I mean, listen, when you have a score of 130 to 87, you know there's no defense. But I was watching SNL 40, and I was watching that at the same time.
Yeah, I absolutely love Destin. I watched it like a week later. You know, I caught up on a lot of my DVR shows a week later, and I hadn't watched it. And boy, I absolutely, really, it reminded me of so many, the political things and some of the stuff that I just, like when I was a kid, I really enjoyed the Phil Hartman, Adam Sandler, Mike Myers, Dana Carvey, that group. I really, really enjoyed that group.
And you know
who wasn't there though? Schroeder. What's his face? The one we met. He wasn't there.
Oh, Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider. I noticed he wasn't there.
You're right. He wasn't there.
And another one wasn't there that was filming something or was sick or something and couldn't be there. A big name one. I can't think of who the heck it was. Yeah, he was. I noticed Rob Schneider. He was. Tracy Morgan. Wow, that was nice of them to come out and talk about Tracy Morgan.
And then the following week was the Oscars.
Yep, the Oscars.
And the movie that I thought was going to win. You know, if you go back and watch one of my videos, I thought it was between Birdman or it was between Boyhood.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody thought it was between Birdman and Boyhood.
I'm very surprised. Tell you what, before I was really surprised because this is how America looks. This is how the critics are. I'm very surprised that American Sniper didn't get it because America always goes on the side of what goes in political. Just like Selma won for best song. I felt like that was a shammy that won because the Lego Movie song had it beat hands down all year long. All you heard on all the commercials, all the movies, everybody talked about was that Everything Is Awesome song. All of a sudden Selma comes out a month before the Oscars and they do this big bullshit civil rights song with Common and all that shit and it wins. I thought that was a shammy. I thought hands down, I thought American Sniper was going to take it because of the Army and stuff. I'm so glad it didn't take it because if that would have won for Best Picture, you would have seen how screwed up America is about fallen soldiers. Not saying that they shouldn't do it, but for them to put in political stuff like that into a movie rewards thing is bullshit.
I think that the reward for American Sniper was that it got nominated for Best Picture and it got nominated for Best Actor for Bradley Cooper, and I think those are its rewards. I think that's more than what it deserved. I know a lot of people liked American Sniper. I did not like it as much as other people liked it. I felt like Ava DuVernay, the director of Selma, should have been nominated. I felt like David Oyelowo from Selma as Martin Luther King should have been nominated. I thought it was a better movie.
Well, don't get me wrong. I liked Selma. I really did like Selma. But I felt like
the song was clearly the best song of the year, Vinny.
Listen, when you have a song like Everything Is Awesome and they use it in commercials and they use it on TV and they talk about it, they talk about the movie that came out in the beginning of the year.
February.
You know what happens when movies come out in February? They get lost. Okay?
Well, Grand Budapest Hotel came out in March and it got nominated for Best Picture, Best Director for Wes Anderson, Best Score for Andres Desplat. But it won 4 Oscars for costume design, makeup. It won 4 Oscars, Grand Budapest Hotel.
But for all the wrong reasons, too. And that's like, I mean, I feel like they should put things in there like best plants, best socks, best hair. I mean, it's just a bunch of crap. I mean, listen. Who gives a shit about
best costume? It won best costume.
Yeah, but listen. I'm gonna say this. Only the gay people care about costumes and fucking scores and cinematography and editing and sound. Nobody gives a shit about that stuff. Nobody.
I actually have a friend who works in TV in California, and she was very interested in the sound editing category because of Whiplash, how they made that music sounds so real and you heard the drums, the trumpet, the.
But that's the thing, though. You have to be in that genre to like it. Just like cooking shows. You have to be a cook. You have to like to be a cook. You have to like to cook to like watching cooking shows. Because if you're not, and you're a TV dinner kind of guy, you're not going to watch a cooking show. What the hell are you going to watch a cooking show for if you're a TV dinner guy? And it's not going to do any benefit to you.
I don't like cooking shows.
Well, listen.
I'm not a TV dinner guy either.
You're not? You look like one. Listen, when we come back on the Best in Movie Show, we're going to get into some reviews, so stick around. You're watching the Best in Movie Show right here on YouTube.